In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up those home page widgets on Curb Appeal. The easiest way to set up your home page widgets is, of course, to import that widget file. There's two in Curb Appeal. Once you extract Curb Appeal on your computer and go to XML, you'll see there's two WordPress importer files, the WIE files, one for using IDX Broker and one if you don't have IDX Broker and you want to use WP Listings. And that will automatically populate those areas for you. But if you want to do it from scratch, we're going to go through each one of these different homepage widget areas. So let's go to the dashboard of our site and go to Appearance, Widgets in the dashboard. And we're going to start with the very first one on your home page, which is your home search widget area. So open that up. Now on this site we don't have IDX, so we're going to be using the WP Listings search widget, and you just drag that from your available widgets here up to that home search widget area. Now once you drag that up, you give it a title and you select those search parameters, those taxonomies that you've set up in WP Listings. In this case we've only got locations, property types, and features, but you can set up, price ranges, bedrooms, bathrooms, however you want those listings to be searchable. And we're going to go ahead and save that. Now if you're using IDX, I'm going to change over to the site that's using IDX. And in home search, we're using the Equity IDX Quick Search widget, and you'll find it right here. You just drag that up to that home search widget area, and then you open it up and you give it a title. On this site, it's Find Your New Home. You select the city list you want to use. Combined Active MLS is the default. If you set up a custom city list in your IDX Broker middleware that's shorter, select that city list from this drop down. What you want the button text to say, and you want to be sure to select orientation horizontal. You also have the option of displaying the links for the advanced search and map search. Now once you set that up, if you go to front of your site, you'll see here's the title and here's our city list, and there's the rest of the search fields, and then you got that advanced search and map search links that we've added. Okay, now for the next widget area is the home top widget area. Let's go to the front of the site. Now this is where you add the text widget with the shortcodes to display these call to actions. Okay, so let's go to home top, and you just drag a text widget there, and then you use your column shortcodes. If you go to the theme documentation, you can access that here. Let's go ahead and open that up and go to shortcodes. This will have all the shortcodes you need. You want to look at how to do those columns, because we've got 4 columns set up there. And you start with row and end with row. In column 1, we're using the icon box. And again, if you go to that shortcode, you'll see how to use those icon boxes. This is type 3. Use the Font Awesome icon name, in this case FA Home. That's this one here. And you can check out all those Font Awesome icons that you can use. The URL, where do we want them to go when they click on that icon? In this case, we want to go to the buyer's page. And then the next one we've got set up for sellers. And then what is your home worth goes to a gravity form on a page. And then our contact page. And it's set up the same way if you've got IDX. If I go over to the site that has IDX, go to home top, to that text widget, you'll see it's set up exactly the same, except that our URLs, that we're using our IDX Broker page links. This is the basic search for Buy With Us. This is the user sign up for listings by email. This is the IDX link for home evaluation, and the IDX link for my account. So on the one with IDX, we've got Buy With Us, listings by email, home valuation, and my account. Now you also need a second widget there, and again, if you pull in that WIE, import that WIE file, you'll have all this set up for you. This site without IDX is using the Equity Featured Listings scroller for featured properties. These are the WP listings. So you want to give it a name, and you want to select the size, image size of listings, 560 by 380. Set it to 3. You want it 3 across. And decide what you want to display. Do you want all your listings, just featured listings, just sold listings? We're going to select active. So if we go to the front of our site, you'll see there's our 3 active listings we're displaying under featured properties. Now on the one with IDX Broker, we're going to use the Equity IDX Property Carousel. On this one we give it a title, and we can just select featured properties. We want it set to 3 across, and we'll go to the front, and you'll see there's our featured properties. Well, it looks like it's showing from 4 instead of 3, but that's the Equity IDX Property Carousel in Home Top. Now the home middle left is this area here, and this is on both sites. With or without IDX, we are using a text widget, and again, you just grab a text widget and drag it over to this area. We've got a welcome message. We've titled it welcome and put some plain text there, but you can use text, HTML, and you can of course use any other widget you want to use, but this is like a 3/4 width, so whatever widget you use is going to be that width. Home middle right. Now on the one without IDX, we're using a text widget again, and we're using the testimonial shortcode. In the testimonial shortcode, you put in the name, the text, and then we're using the button shortcode to go to the link for more testimonials. So you'll see here we've got, there's our testimonial, there's the more testimonials. On the one with IDX, we're using that area for our custom menu for our IDX broker search links. If you go to the menus video, you will see how to set up those IDX links in a custom menu with those icons. You just use the Equity Custom Menu widget in that area. So let's go to home middle right, and we're using the Equity Custom Menu, and we've selected our search links menu, and this displays those IDX broker links in that home middle right. Now the next area on your home page is the home bottom map. Now on the one without IDX, we just left that blank. You can leave it blank. You can use any other widget. Curb Appeal comes with a Soliloquy plugin. If you want to add a slideshow, you can do that. So we're going to do that now for this. We're going to go to Plugins, Add New, and we're going to upload a plugin, and we're going to select that from our Curb Appeal folder that we extracted from Curb Appeal zip. And in the folder it says plugins. We can select that Soliloquy zip file and install that. Let's go ahead and activate it. Now inside that folder you also have a license key that you can use. Okay. We've now installed it. Now when you get the license key from there, you can just put it here in your Soliloquy settings. We're going to go ahead and create a new slideshow to use. I'm going to add new. I'm going to call this home page, and I'm going to select an image to use. Okay, now there is some configuration we need to do to this. We want to make it a full width because that's the area that this, it's 1140, 400. Slider gutter 0. Show nav. We don't want to do that. Okay, and then publish that. Now, if we go back to our widgets, to that home page map area, we can now drag that Soliloquy widget there. Now, if we go back to the front of our site, we see now we have that image there that we use the Soliloquy plugin with. Now, if you have IDX, on our demo for IDX, you have the map search widget. So this requires a text widget where you put in that map search widget code. So if we go here to home bottom map, you'll see there's a text widget there, and you see it's got a bunch of code in there. You generate this in your IDX Broker middleware. So we're going to go to our IDX Broker middleware, to Designs, Widgets, Create. We're going to be making a map search. Under responsive, you want to be sure and select no. The reason is you don't need to make the widget responsive, the theme will make it responsive. So we're going to call this new home page search, and with 1140 by 400. Okay, now we need to give a center, latitude, and longitude. You can use an address for this. You know, usually you can just pick one off. Let's go to our regular map search link. Well, this one will do. We're going to use this address. And let's go ahead and put that there via address. Street address, postal codes 33180. There we go. Now put in our latitude and longitude to center that map widget. And the page the map will be used on. This map widget is domain specific. If you're working on a local host or a demo site before you go live, that map widget won't really work until it's on the final domain that you've got in your IDX Broker account. Okay, so now we're going to build the widget. Oh, and you have an option of map pin clustering. And what this does, let's go back to our site here. And go to our map. This map doesn't have map pin clustering on it. If it did, you would have a little green bubble that would cluster all the listings within that area together. So we're going to change this to the one, we're going to enable that on this one. And we're going to use this one instead. Okay, so you've got two sets of code here for your widget. First one you want to get is this one here at the bottom. And we're going to add that to our widget. Let's get a new text widget for that. Come on, come on, come on. go. There's our new map. Now we're going to put that code there, and then we go back, and then we're going to grab this top code here. Let's copy that, and we're going to put that below this other code. Now we can save that. I'm going to get rid of the old one, and let's refresh this page and look at our map widget. And there we go. See, that's with the map pen clustering. So you'll see there's 4 listings here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can go back. But you have the option of using that map pen clustering or not. So that's how you set up that map widget for that home bottom map widget area. Now we've got home bottom left. On the one with the IDX, we've got a text widget that's using the Testimonials shortcode and the equity featured post. On the one without IDX, we're using a equity featured page widget and the featured blog post widget. So we're going to use that one. Home bottom left is where we use the equity featured page carousel for local communities. And then you need the page IDs for any featured pages for these communities. And you can get those in your list of pages. If I go to Pages, All Pages, and you hover over them, you will see post equals a number in the bottom left of your screen that will give you that page ID. And this is the ID you need for that widget. So I put in 3 page IDs for my community pages. In this case, I don't want any content displayed. You can have it set to display an excerpt or short amount of content. I have it set for no content. What you want the read more link to say. And the image size I have set to the listing size of 560 by 380 because that seems to fit pretty well in that area here. Now on home bottom right, whether you're using IDX or not, we're using the equity featured post, and you can give that a title. Select the post category you want to display. I have it set for all categories, display 1 post. I want to show the featured image, and you want to set the image size to featured post 700 by 370 and have that image aligned left. Now on the right hand side here, you want to display the post title. You want to set the content limit. We've got it set to 180, but you can set it to whatever number of characters you want. And then you just save, and then you will get this the title of the widget, featured blog post. This is our featured image set to the left alignment. There's our title, and there's our characters of content, our content limit there, with our read more link that says continue reading. So that's how you set up the home page widgets for Curb Appeal.